Just want to start with an opening statement.
Sure, yeah. I mean, we knew that we would come to the podium at some point, right, with the loss. So, I mean, why not to Wyoming? They're a great team. They're very well coached. They were tough. They did the things down the stretch they needed to do to win the ball game, and they're a great team, knocking down free throws. And so the outcome is disappointing. I think that there's a lot we can learn from this team, or from this game, excuse me, in just really sticking to who we are. I think we got outside of ourselves a little bit in the first half. Second half, I thought was more kind of who we are. But I'm unbelievably proud of this team in our preseason. We've had a preseason that no one expected us to have. We've already overachieved, in other people's eyes, and so I'm excited for where we are. I'm excited for the things that we can learn from this game. Excited for these guys to get to go home and be with their families for 4 days, and then excited for Pac-12 play.
Any questions?
Yeah, can you talk about, expand upon you guys not playing your game early on and just missing uncharacteristic shots?
Yeah, a lot of layups. I thought the first half especially would have been a different halftime score if we had finished at the rim. I don't know, it just kind of felt a little discombobulated, felt like we were a bunch of individuals playing on the court in the first half. It felt that way. I don't know how it felt for these guys on the floor, but we just felt kind of disjointed. I thought we kind of rallied and played a better basketball game in the second half. But that's what I meant by that.
Defensively, it seemed like you guys gave too many easy buckets.
Defensively,
there were a lot of times that they just found that lane. They just got easy shots.
Yeah, and open shot shooters were getting open shots on the perimeter. So yeah, both of those, too many easy looks.
Kenny, can you talk about the fourth quarter and down by 10? You guys haven't been in that position, but you guys didn't fold. Can you talk about just kind of how you finished this game, but also the team just kind of rallied after being down in a spot you haven't been before?
Yeah, we haven't been down like that before in a game, but I know personally for me, Coach Jay just grabbed me and told me that she believed in me, and then I just kind of spread that throughout the team, and then obviously every time we're sitting down, Coach Jay's positive with us and tells us that she has our back. So I think just knowing that people are in your corner no matter what the score is, I think that's just a huge thing for us.
You guys got it down to 2 going into the final 2 minutes. Did you feel like you guys had the momentum, you guys could carry it through at that point?
Oh yeah, we're down by 2, and I think at any moment, when you're down by 2, you feel like you can win that game, but sometimes things don't go your way and everything's a learning lesson, so hopefully we use this to our advantage to get ready for Pac-12s, and we're ready when those come.
How much did having to play catch-up practically the whole night take something out of you, or did it?
Well, just like he said, we've never been in that position, so it's kind of our first time facing that type of adversity. But I think now, after having been through that, I think we'll be ready for it if it happens again, or when it happens again. So, like I said, it's just a learning lesson for us to use and get better with.
Mackenzie, how tough is it when you guys do get it to 2, but every time you guys would do that, they came down, they wouldn't miss shots? Especially that last minute of the free throw line, they were lights out.
Yeah, I think that is difficult, and but it just came down to we didn't have those defensive stops, and they were playing very fundamental, whereas we weren't, and that is where they hurt us, and just making shots just kept the ball rolling for them.
I know it probably doesn't mean as much, but you had a really good game tonight. Can you talk about offensively how you, and really for the first 3 quarters, it was kind of you and Ariana keeping this team in it offensively. Can you talk about your game, but also kind of the struggles offensively overall as a team?
I think I knew I had to step up since some people were struggling with their shots. I just come out like I do every game, work hard, take the open shots, and crash. And so that's what I came to do, and do that every night.
JR, you mentioned you learned a lot from this game. What specifically, your interior defense at times, you gave up a lot of layups, and that was that one of the things that
I don't know if that was interior defense or we just were out of position on the perimeter, and I thought we didn't contain the basketball very well, which led to collapsing the defense, which led to being able to them to just make the extra pass and get open shots, and they were really aggressive to the basket, which was smart by them, because we were overplaying on the perimeter, and so that opened that up for them. But to me, that's one of the biggest things is really fundamentally, being in help side, being a we call it smash, but being ready to, to defend the way that we want to in a shell type defense.
Kenny, what is it about Wyoming? I know last year when you guys went up there, it was not a good night for you guys, and this was your toughest game this year. So what is it about Wyoming that makes them so difficult?
They're just tough. They work really hard, and they capitalize on your mistakes. So if you make a mistake, they're waiting for it, and they'll take advantage of it. But I wouldn't say they're necessarily the toughest team we've faced. I think it was just a a night where we needed something like this, and it'll hopefully propel us forward into Pac-12s.
And both players talk about the break and whether it's good for this team, how you guys feel you'll handle the break the next 5 days, whatever.
I think it's good. I think it's a way to hit the reset button and just come back ready to go, just get some rest. I think everyone needs it, and I think it'll be good for the team.
Yeah, I think it'll be good too. Obviously, we have family here, but it's good always to see your family at home and kind of just take a little mental break, and then when you come back, be ready to attack it again.
And Jerry, you kind of alluded to it, but nobody expected you guys to be in this position. Is it good to kind of regroup now? You'll have some time to regroup, and you go into Pac-12 play now 10-1. I mean,
Right.
how exciting overall? Maybe hard to look at that right now. But
Yeah.
how exciting overall is that? Where you're sitting?
Oh, it's wildly exciting. I mean, it's awesome. So, you finish your preseason. So we've had one season and we finished 10-1. Awesome. Now we go back to 0-0. We play Pac-12 play. It's a totally brand new season in the best conference in the country. So, I mean, it's awesome. What other great opportunity would we look forward to other than this? I think it's fabulous.
Any more questions? Thanks, guys.
Okay, thanks for coming.